Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rancho Cotati High School in beautiful Roanoke Park, California, deep in the heart of Sonoma County, California. It is a beautiful day for lacrosse, and we are here at the WCLL championship game between the number 1 seeded University of California Golden Bears and the number 3 seed Cal Poly Mustangs. I am Dave Almy. I am joined in the booth by the inimitable Mike Lenny. Ooh, baby, are we in for a good one today?
We are in for a treat, Dave. This is two Titans in the WCLL, both dispatching their foes on Friday night by a wide margin. But this is not going to be a scoring bonanza. We're going to see a tight, scrappy game. Now,
these two teams are not strangers to each other, Mike. They met during the regular season of Division I play, and it was a nail-biter.
It was. It was an interesting game. Cal came back from an 8-3 deficit to win 9-8, and that was something, that was incredible, to say the least.
And it's also worth noting that this is Cal's first time in the championship game for some time. They are the number 1 seed, so I think there is a expectation that they're going to be the favorite here today. But Cal Poly's no stranger to this championship weekend, are they, Mike?
No, I think this is the 8 of the last 10 WCLL finals they have been a part of, and won 7 of those. So they're looking for their 8th now.
Yeah, that Mustang team no stranger to success, Mike. And so the green and gold, very familiar to lacrosse fans of the area.
Yep.
As we get ready to hear the national anthem honoring our nation's founders, veterans, and citizens. So if you'll stand with me, put your hand over your heart, and salute our nation. And we're back. Mike, we had a chance to talk to both coaches before the game today, and I think it's fair to say that both of them thought the exact same thing that you and I did after watching those 2 semifinals game. It's going to be an absolute battle at the face-off circle today, isn't it?
It is. What's very rare when you see a conference split first team all-conference honors to two different face-off specialists, Galante and Brown. Galante having a great year, 87-40 with a 69% save average, and Brown 139 for 69 with a 67% average. These guys, it's all going to happen at the X.
Yeah, and they actually split the last time these two games, straight up 50-50.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not often you see that kind of thing, particularly with 2 such dominant guys. So I think it's fair to say there is going to be a war on the face-off dot today. We're looking forward to that for sure. And then the other place they said was on the opposite ends, at the goal. Now, both goalies came in having very excellent semifinal games. Betty for Cal and Epstein for Cal Poly both really showed themselves to be some mature tenders, despite being relatively younger in age. Both Epstein being a junior and Beatty being a sophomore.
Yeah, a little bit of youth they've built around these goalies. They certainly would not be here. Each team would not be here without them. I like Beatty in this matchup, but then again, Cal Poly has rostered quite an amazing defense.
Yep, then we see some great play in there again. Both semifinals games won handily by both Cal downing Sonoma State and Cal Poly dispatching Santa Clara in fairly dominant fashion. So let's see how that easier tune-up translates in today's championship game. Again, the first time these two teams met, only one goal separating victor from vanquished, with Cal beating Cal Poly 9-8, scrapping back from that 8-3 deficit. The goalies are touching their gloves right now, and Coach Mike, we heard from loud and clear from both coaches, the word of the day is going to be scrap.
This is a battle, everybody. I mean, this is going to be two teams feeling each other out, looking for the best shot possible. I do not expect to see double-digit numbers on either side, so think of a 9-8 again.
You can hear the capacity crowd here in Rohnert Park is ready to get started. Your refereeing crew being led by former fashion model Paul Kunzel. He is going to cut quite a figure there in the middle of the field. Nobody makes stripes look better than Paul Kunzel, Mike.
No, definitely have MLL and NLL pedigree, but he likes to take his time and play the college game here.
Yeah, and first face-off battle is won by Santa Clara's Ryan Brown. How important is this first possession, Mike?
Monstrous. They have got to get something going. Well,
Cal's defense takes it right away, and that not able to convert on that first possession. And there comes Cal quickly down the clear. You know they like to move a lot in transition. The ball pops out, and now all of a sudden we've got a loose ball, and it's spending some time on the turf right here. Maybe some early game jitters with a nice face-off by Pliska. And out he goes, and an unforced error by Cal. Sorry, that was Cook who stepped on the line. And Cal Poly gets possession. Quick timeout by Paul Kunzel. He's not a big favor of shenanigans out there, is he?
No, he has a quick whistle.
Yeah. All right, so Lou Sugo with the ball. Move right back to Sugo. He's going to look downfield, and that Cal ride gives him a little bit of trouble, moves it across the field to Whitney. Whitney surveys. Finds number 22, Burkow. Had a great semifinal game versus Santa Clara. And now all of a sudden, here we go, Cal Poly in possession. Ball is in the box, and looks like we're going to get our first settled offense opportunity here.
Look for Burkow here, Dave. He had a great game. Coach DeBreo before the game said looking to see him flourish today. Not a big guy, but boy, he can surprise you with a shot.
You know, we like to see all these players flourish, Coach Mike. It's a game of lacrosse. It's a nurturing game. Hopefully there'll be a lot of flourishing throughout the entire afternoon. Beautiful day here for lacrosse, probably about 65 degrees. Sun is shining, light wind blowing, cloud cover, so shouldn't be a glare problem for the goalies. Cal Poly maintaining their possession, gets it back down to Burko, and now we're behind at X. Cal Poly doing a nice job of moving the ball around, trying to see what the defense is going to give them. Sando makes his first run towards the hole. Nice defense applied by number 31, Burpee out there.
Yeah, looking at it, well, they went from a 2-2. Now they're looking to reset.
Getting back in that big circle now. All right, moving around the exterior, testing the outer limits of the defense. Cal, seeing what they're going to be able to take away. Burpee again on defense out there, playing Sando very closely. Ball back to X. You got to like the patience that Cal Poly is showing here, Mike.
They have to have it. I mean, this is going to be a grind, and they're just going to have to keep working the same thing that they've got them here, which is nice, steady, work for the best shot. Don't take many shots, take the best shot. All
right, Cal Poly continues its offense. Get a nice run there by 17, Reno.
And there's Burkow again, sliding underneath.
Yeah. And Cal dodged the bullet there, Coach Mike.
For sure. I'm sure Beatty's going to be very vocal about that.
Yeah. All right, so the first good opportunity for Cal Poly doesn't come up, but maybe they're feeling like they've got figuring out where the answers are for them on offense. R5, go Clay, moving the ball around. We'll bounce back. We'll call it a bounce pass back up to midfield. Sando, back up to Biggers. Excuse me, that's Reno, the gambling man. Nice little split dodge. Puts the ball back to X. Cal Poly's doing a nice job of controlling this tempo right here. Let's see if they can. Here comes Burkow. We know that they want to be. Gets inside. Nice little cross across the body. Shifted that ball to the left.
Beatty makes
but
a save there.
Beatty was there equal to the task. Another shot, another save by Beatty. That one probably off one of the flippers. So Marine Mammal Center might have to come over and take a look at that one.
Outstanding, Dave.
It's an obscure reference for you lacrosse people out there. It's an obscure reference for most of the people out there, I think.
Well, we'd like to welcome the folks from Prague, the Czech Republic.
Go Clay behind. He was dangerous there in the semifinal game, boy. He really did some damage. And here comes Burkow. Got his hands free. Just missed. Nice outstretched leg, and Cal's there to back it up.
Wow, very frustrating. Good, nice shot. Beatty there on it, but a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, well, that is a long possession for Cal Poly that comes up not.
Yeah.
And I think we now might be looking at University of California Golden Bears' first offensive opportunity, and let's see how they treat it. The ball goes right behind to Cook, up to 7, Lombardo. And let me tell you, we made a couple references to Lombardo conducting the orchestra during the last game, and let me tell you, speaking of obscure references, Guy Lombardo's conducting skills are well represented by Jake Lombardo out of Laguna Niguel, California. All right, Cal looks like they've got their personnel package in, with Jossie making a quick dodge down the alley. Back across the way. Lombardo looking inside. And, look at a pretty fancy little effort right there.
That's
of going
Tooney.
Behind the back.
Yeah, that's Tooney, anchor in the middle there. He just says, not in my house.
That was Pistotnik with the pretty slick little behind the back try right there. And back in the hands of Pistotnik. A little quick little roll. Gets the shot off, but as they like to say, that was maybe a little high. I think he was maybe shooting for a field goal on that one, Coach Mike.
Coach Webster had talked about Pistotnik's shot selection on Friday night.
4 of 14, I think.
Yeah, happy with the 4 goals, but there we go.
There we go. Just like that, Brendan Cook puts Cal up at 1-0.
Yeah, he just makes a nice move, comes around the corner, and gets a shot on Cage. I think he surprised the goalie there.
I think the restart may have caught the Cal Poly offense a little unawares. Just a quick little move to the goal by Cook and kept the Cal Poly defense sleeping.
Unfortunate for Sugo.
Yeah, so, and I have to make sure I make a quick apology to the entire Pistotnik clan. I was calling this game on Friday night, and let me tell you, I butchered that name all game long so badly. I've got messages from multiple parties. Pistotnik, not Pistolnik, or whatever I was saying in the first go-around, so apologies for that.
We both did.
Sorry for that Pistolnik clan. That is, that's all me. First face-off win, so we're now split on face-off wins for the two specialists, for the first team all WCLL.
There you go.
Specialist. Whew, that's a mouthful.
It is.
All right, and Cal's got the ball across half field. Got to get it into the box here. And back down. And they got it in, and we're ready for our second Cal offensive possession. Dixon up at the top.
He's a local product out of SI. Was very active on Friday night. He is definitely an initiator.
Yeah. There we go, a little two-man game up at top. A nice pick set by the long pole, but he decides he's seen enough of that offensive bit of business. All right, Lombardo working it behind, surveying, getting a quick little flick of the wrist, trying to find someone. Not there, so works it back up top. Nice little isolation here, number 2. Rosberg, not able to convert. Cal Poly fumbles the clear attempt, and it's right back on Cal. And I think they're going to force the issue here. Here comes Lombardo. But he's got about a 1-on-3, so bounces it up top. Quick fake shot. But cutting across the middle.
Wow! Way to earn it.
Brandon Cook. I'm telling you, Brandon Cook really made his way to the goal with authority right there. It was a bit of the ball and the bit of the Cal Poly China shop.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wow.
I'm a little surprised no laundry was flown. I thought I heard a helmet collision all the way up here, but I do have my ears muffled.
Well, what you can see as he comes through, he definitely pays for it, but hey, shooter's roll.
Hey, it's a championship game, Coach Mike. You're not going to leave anything in your back pocket for this one. It's time to get to the goal and leave all caution behind.
Yeah, there is no tomorrow, Dave, right?
There is no tomorrow for one of these teams. All right, so back to the faceoff dot with Cal leading 2-0 with 8:41 left in the first quarter of this WCLL Lacrosse Division I championship game. Ball spending some time on the turf. Dinging and banging. Cal Poly comes up with it, number 34, Joseph Lamferri, with a pretty nice ground ball and a low shot by Go Clay, trying for the quick turnover. Cal Poly does like to push that ball.
Absolutely. They're going to push this all day long off these faceoffs because it's a 50-50.
Yeah. All right, Cal, you can hear the fans are just going berserk out here. I wish I could filter it out because I know you want to concentrate on these golden tones, but we do what we can.
Well, capacity crowd here today.
We'll go to our engineering crew and see if there's anything you can do to keep them quiet down there. No, he's giving me the big no. All right, so Cal Poly on offense, even Hunter with the ball. He's trying to see if kind of a nice little flick across the way over to go Clay, but nothing doing as his body was taking his momentum was taking him behind the cage. So smart move to hold on to that one and try to stick it in under difficult circumstances.
Oh, Speedy with a nice save.
That was Brandon Kiefer, local product out of Costa Grande High School in Petaluma, California, only 4.7 miles away from right here. Tried to get one in there, make the local crowd get behind this game, but nothing doing for him there as Galante was equal to the task again. So far, Galante's been pretty impressive in net, Coach Mike.
Beatty's doing a great job. I want to mention Kiefer. That he only started playing this game. Nice save. Speedy
again is just eating him. Galante's the face-off person. Obviously, you can tell we were pretty enamored with the Fogo play, but Beatty, the goalie, equally fantastic. And right there, really showed off the skill. And Cal with a quick transition. They're going to try to make some of this one as Nick White moves the ball down the alley behind to Cook. And Cal's back at X. So this is where Cal Poly might start feeling a little bit of pressure, right? You don't want to go down 3 goals early in a championship game.
Not at all. But they've got an anchored all WCLL first team, second team defense.
So Epstein, nice save there. Not a particularly different one. Cook couldn't get it, but Cook, boy, he recovers that. What great play by Cook to chase down on that ride, get that ball and create some problems. But it looks like Cal Poly is now forcing the issue, and a nice interception as Cal moves the ball back down the field. Boy, it is a little unsettled play, a little undisciplined, uncharacteristic of a Coach Bobby D team.
Yeah, Levitan
maybe pressing a little bit.
Levitan just got nervous and just gave it away. It happens.
Yep, that's the best. But look you could be in this championship game 8 out of 10 years in a row. It doesn't mean that the jitters aren't there when you're playing this time because we got new players every year.
Oh yeah, and Cal, being undefeated in the WCLL, that says something.
Yeah. So here we go. Cal again on the attack. Jossie up top. Moves it over to Lee. Well, Lee's going to try to see what he can get. A little bit testing the one-on-one matchups here early in the game. That's a nice over-the-top check.
There's that Tooney again.
That's actually, I think, Trey Chambers back there, Mike. Nope, that's Tooney. You're right. Your eyes are way better than mine. Boy, he is just a beast on the defensive end.
Yeah, first team all WCLL.
Yeah, and he's showing you right there why. Came right over the top. He took that ball away and is now effectively running the clear. So the do-it-all defenseman is trying to make something happen for Cal Poly. Let's see, make sure we can get it across half field, and they do. And here comes Cal Poly. Box it up. Turns it back around. Burkow with the ball. Settling it down. Maybe trying to soothe some of those jitters, Coach Mike.
I think so. Coach Bobby talked about using every single one of his middies today. I think this is a tall task. They're going to try to run as much as possible, but here they are trying to feel it out. They got to get on the board.
Yep. Okay, so ball behind with Biggers. Moves it over to the other side to Go Clay. And starts directing traffic. He's pointing where he wants that pick right now, Coach Mike. Directing traffic. You love to see that from your ex-man.
Absolutely. He's shifty. He was all over Sonoma State on Friday night, so I like his game.
Yeah, I like it when they're directing traffic, making sure he's dictating what he wants, but he's using what he sees, quarterbacking the offense. Mm-hmm. Yes, they back up top. No shot there as the Cal defense closes fairly quickly, but hands away right here for number 6, Nick Sando. But again, Beatty, he's not taking any of that business. Cal quickly on the transition. Oh, and a tough pass from Cook means we're now going to get into a settled offense as transition is over. Trying really hard to make something happen right there.
Yeah, Lucky McDonough was there, another SI product.
Here we go. Cook is working his way around. Cook's been busy so far early in this game, Mike. The Chatham, New Jersey product is definitely putting on a clinic.
Yeah, he's got 2 so far, so I think definitely he's a surprise on that scouting sheet for Coach Bobby.
Matt Dixon with the ball, an SI product. You know, the local high school powerhouse, bringing a couple guys over to Cal Berkeley.
As well as Cal Poly.
As well as Cal Poly. I did not know that.
Yes.
That's what happens when you read the informational sheets they're giving you.
Well, there's another SI guy, Tooney.
Tooney, Cal Poly's standout defenseman, boy.
Well, it could be Tunney, but I like Tooney because it reminds me of
Looney.
Canada.
Yeah, I understand.
The Looney and the Tooney.
I'm going to go with Tunney. I think it's Tunney. But anyway you pronounce it, it comes up first team all WLCC. What's this league called again? Nice clear by Cal Poly. And they're moving the right ball.
There you go.
Yeah. That is
Miles Hubers.
It's Miles Hubers, and I think any goalie will tell you their least favorite shot in the world is that long pole.
That long pole just generates so much power.
And that high-low stick position just makes it a
and
beast.
Berkeley just doesn't.
And it's tough to pick up the
They just choose
angle.
to let him go.
Yeah.
Good
So,
for him.
nice way for Cal Poly to get on the board, a non-traditional way with the long pole. Miles Hubers out of Torrey Pines, another quality program, making that one happen and having the lead to 2-1, with Cal leading Cal Poly 2-1. Here with 2:52 left to go in the first quarter.
Look at this! What a face-off battle!
There we go. We said it was going to be a battle, Coach Mike.
Galante.
Now Galante, I think, has the advantage right now. So far he's got the. Now Galante also has quite a bit more size on the Cal Poly Fogo.
Yes.
Ryan Brown. I think Ryan Brown probably weighs in at 165. I think Galante's got another 30 pounds on him.
I think you're right. I'm crashing my sheets here.
You're checking on that one?
Yeah.
How important is that?
I'll get back to you in the third on that one, Dave.
How important is that, Coach Mike, for when you're talking about Fogos to have that kind of mass behind it versus agility?
Well, if you look at all the MLL guys, and of course one of our homegrowns, Tim Booth. I mean, the guy's just a beast. Big fella.
Yeah.
Big calves, big forearms.
Yeah, I'm not sure what DeGroat was thinking right there, but pretty easy save for Epstein. And just like that, Cal Poly's on the attack and looking to even it up. Maybe just pushing the ball a little bit right there. If Goslin just tried to make something happen and got a little bit elevated. Again, maybe some pregame jitters as we get down towards the end of this first quarter, unable to convert on what looked to be a pretty good transition opportunity. Nice swim move by Lee. As Cal completes the clear, and they got it in the box, and they settle into their offense.
We're not seeing a whole lot of structured rides and clears here. It's really just run and gun.
Yeah. DeGroat up top. Works his way down to GLE. Ball in the left hand. Oh. That's an unforced error right there by Brandon Cook. He's tallied 2 early, and he let one go right there that may have been the third.
Yeah.
Frustrating if you're a coach.
For sure. Tunney
moves it up. That's out of reach. Number 4, Cooner. There's all kinds. Mike, I said it in the last time we had this conversation. This is starting to look a little bit like my childhood game, Ganipkanop.
Yes.
The ball is flying around, and it's hard to keep track of what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
For those of you not in the know, Ganipkanop is ping pong spelled backwards. Cal Poly is got the ball. They are finally settled down. We've got a broken stick on the field, so Cal Poly will have a moment where they're man up. Let's see if they can take advantage. And that was probably not what they were looking for right there with that shot from Kyle Hendrickson.
Partially deflected there by Max Scott.
Yeah.
The junior
Fortunately, Cal Poly's there to back it up. And they go back to Clay behind the net and back up top to Hunter. Hunter moving the ball around to the far side. Over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson back to behind. Clay. Gets it picked off. Nice stick by the Cal defenseman.
Yeah. Radar O'Reilly.
Yeah. Pushes the ball down.
Lazanich again. He had a good game Friday night.
Boy, these long passes. There's all kinds of crazy going on. And wow, number 16, Pistotnik, really let one fly right there. Just got to get that down a little bit. Just missing that top. Those high shots are just missing. And that is the end of the first quarter of a pretty wild first quarter of play, Coach Mike, with Cal leading Cal Poly San Luis Obispo 2-1.
Yeah, I would say that the line in Vegas is a little bit troubled. Both teams high octane Friday night, and then this game is definitely a grinder.
I think it's safe to say that we saw some early jitters by both teams.
Yeah, I mean, balls on the floor a little bit too much, Dave. I think what we expect out of this Division I level of the WCLL, which is both teams I believe in the top 25. You don't expect that, but they're nervous. They want this. They want Cal definitely wants this, and of course Cal Poly wants to keep the streak going.
In the past you've used phrases like fundamentally unsound. I don't think that applies here, Mike. Both of these coaches know how to put a lacrosse team together and get their kids to execute at the highest level. You think it's just pregame jitters?
I do, and I hope to see that it starts to work itself out in the second and clearly the second half. But we got a nice battle here. I on my unofficial tally have
no, it should be official.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
2-2 with Brown and Galante. So.
Boy, that's just shaping up exactly like we thought it would be.
Yeah, Beatty's got 4 saves. Epstein's got 2. It's gonna. Who is gonna get it? Like Garrett Cook, I did not expect him to have such an impact this early. 2 goals already for the Bears, and then of course the long stick Hubers comes down and just plants one. So. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Now you've coached at the highest levels. You've played at the highest levels. You've got your team in the huddle right there after that first quarter. I think in some respects you could call it sloppy. What are you saying to your players?
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. There's a lot of guys waiting to run. They're going to use every bit of their roster. Let's just keep pushing and good things happen.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we are now getting ready to start second quarter action here at Rancho Cotati High School in Rohnert Park, California. Again, just a beautiful late spring day here. Light breeze blowing. Fans are enjoying it. They're just all picnicking and tailgating going on. We wish you could join us here, the celebratory fashion for this WCLL championship game against featuring the number 1 seeded California Golden Bears and the number 3 seeded Cal Poly Mustangs. And we are right back at it. And here's that Fogo battle we were talking about.
Yep. Oh, Galante got called with the withholding and stuck in his cross. So Brown gets one there.
Yep. And they are right back at it. All right, so Cal Poly starts off with the first possession of the second quarter, looking to tie up the score, which is currently 2-1 in the favor of the Golden Bears. Go Kale has been controlling the offense, setting the tone so far. An aggressive Cal Poly attack has not yet proven fruitful except for the 1 long stick goal in transition. Settled offense is looking to try to make something happen here. But Cal's defense has really been giving them fits. Go Kale over on the wing. The ball's behind at X. Briefly, and then it pops out. Goff pops out of Goslin's cross, but he's right back up with it. Goslin works his way around X. Looks across.
Oh, Beatty.
Beatty with a heck of a save. He's going to have a little knot on his shin on that related to that one, but I think he'll take it.
McDonough again on the ground ball.
Boy, and sometimes as a coach, it's little you can do when you run into a hot goalie. And right now it's looking like Beatty is had steam coming out from underneath that helmet because he's cooking. And right back on that, Lombardo's got the ball for Cal behind at X. Score still 2-1. It's a lot of erratic play for 2 disciplined teams in the first quarter action. We think we'll probably see them start to settle down here a little bit in the second quarter.
Our first look at number 2, Miles Rosberg. Like I said, both teams will use all of their short sticks here.
Yep. There goes Cook. He had an active first quarter. And again, those long passes, the defense has been doing an exceptional job. Here comes Cal Poly, hustling in transition. A little bit of a bounce pass there at the end, slows down the transition. So no fast break goal, but still a heck of a defensive play right there.
Absolutely.
By number 34, Lamphere. Almost rhymes with Lantier.
I was going to say he's got to be a distant relative.
Yeah, I would say so. Just pick that one up here.
There's a lot of knots in the tree here.
I was a little late to the game on that one, but that's what my coaches used to say. Almy, a little late to the game. All right, Cal Poly. Ball's at X. Back there with Goslin. He wants to start to get something going here.
I really want to see Go Clay and the Mayor matchup here, 13-5.
That was one of the defensive matchups that was talked about earlier in the game. Coaches had their eyes on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is a heck of an individual effort right there.
Andrew Razzo saying in the crease.
And Cal smartly right into transition. They are not.
Beatty grabs it and let's rock and roll. Oh.
Well, that is Jack Gillespie. Just the feet was a little bit behind the breaking cook. Hard to manipulate that long pole like that across the body.
Yeah, across your body like that with that big old stick. It's tough, but he's a freshman. He'll learn from that.
So the overturned Cal Poly goal leads to an unsuccessful transition opportunity for Cal, and Cal Poly is going to see if they can pop that one back in. It was a heck of an effort right there by Biggers, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
All right, here's Go Clay behind the goal. He's moving it back up to Hunter.
Here's Kiefer, the Gaucho.
Local product. Didn't even have to change his bed sheets color because he's got green and gold. I'm not sure that reference makes a ton of sense for people, but I'm not sure it made any sense.
I just like his number.
All right,
number 10.
Number 10. Oh, yeah, you do. All right, so looks like Cal Poly's inverting and bringing Goslin up to the top. Brings the long pole with him. They're going to work it back down low. 2 men behind. Transitioning to 1.
Josh Chen on the peephole for the Cal Bears.
I think Biggers probably wants to try to get that one back. Good fake.
That's just a miscue.
Henriksen had originally what looked like a pretty good...
There's another miscue.
Yeah. Again, the ball still looks like it's bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I don't think they put a shot put ball in there by accident or something.
Both coaches are definitely looking a bit frustrated right now.
Unforced errors, boy. They will make any coach's eyeballs turn back up into their head, which is not a pleasant sight. Cal Poly going to try another bite at that apple. So far, the settled offense has not produced much. Their only goal coming on a transition goal scored by a long pole. So they settle in for what has thus far been a flag-free game, Coach Mike.
So far, yes. I'd love to see a little more movement in the middle there, Goslin. He's got to create some head swivel.
Looking for seams. As
here we go.
Cal Poly Mustang working that ball around the interior. A little rotation going on. Biggers looking for the ball on the far side. But that Golden Bear defense is
just a full takeaway there by Gillespie.
One might say ferocious. Just like a Golden Bear.
Out of Lodi.
Ooh, Lodi, California. All right, and here comes Cal on the clear. Over to Burpee. Burpee down the line, cuts back towards the middle. And they're in the box. And here comes what might be the first settled offensive opportunity for the second quarter for Cal, Mike. And here we are, 9:30 in.
I know. It's amazing how the time just flies on this when these two teams are still just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I completely concur. Again, these teams played such a close game the first time that they played. You can imagine that there is a combination of excitement and wanting to push the ball as quickly as possible, but also a little hesitancy.
There you go, Epstein.
Yeah, great save by Epstein.
Fundamentally save.
Picking up that bounce shot like that, really good. And again, here Cal Poly not afraid to run a little bit.
Got to hang on to the pill though.
Yeah, number 44, Galef, excuse me. Sam Galef, and I think it's probably a smart timeout right there.
Well, I think so. I think things are getting ahead of themselves here. They got to settle it down, take a deep breath, set something up. Got to get some more crease action.
Yeah, so that was a Cal Poly timeout with 8:54 left in the second quarter, with Cal leading Cal Poly 2-1. Again, plays, not going to be, I think, anybody's idea of an instructional video to this point. But boy, you can tell both of these teams are wanting to push that ball. And look, if you're going to push the ball that hard, there's going to be things that fly out of the way you didn't want them.
Absolutely, consequences are everywhere. Everyone's got to be absolutely on their game in terms of where they are in space. You can't be a looker out there. You cannot watch the game. You've got to be a part of it.
Mike, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to give a shout-out to my mom, Lisa Standish, today, who is recovering from hip replacement surgery as we speak in Kingfield, Maine, excuse me. I was terrible with that name, as I am with the names out on the field.
Your own mother, too, no less.
I know, my own mother. So,
God
Lisa Standish, you're out there listening. I hope that hip feels great. I know you're a huge WCLL Lacrosse fan, so she's glued right now to her computer because absolutely. Well, the internet has come to Maine.
Our best wishes to her and her recovery, and of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out my brother in Dallas, Texas. I've been very active down there with the high school programs, but love seeing West Coast lacrosse because this is where it all begins.
It's where it and ends, one might say. This rest of this end of first half action is brought to you by the Brett Yanko Lacrosse Academy up in Vancouver, British Columbia. Remember, if you don't go Yanko, you might go in the Tanko.
That's true. His son having a great year at Hobart.
Yep. All right, so here comes Cal Poly, working that ball around again. Now they got Biggers in the middle, because let me tell you, the kid is bigger than most of the other people out there. So that's a big, tall stick that they're trying to get to feed. Look in the middle. Just popping around. Again, getting those skip passes now we're starting to see more of. But, I'm telling you, Cal has just been eating those alive.
Our first chance at his name, Cooner.
I think it's our second chance, and I think we butchered it both times equally. But Cal defense really effective with those long poles. Have been snared at least 3 or 4 balls that we've seen so far.
Well, that's a direct reflection on Paul Jepson, the defenseman out of Duke, leads the defense.
DeGroat got popped right there. Was that DeGroat at half field? No, that was number 15. McDonough got zinged, and Cal Poly right back with the ball down the field. But shot goes wide.
Yeah, I untimely shot there by Biggers. I would have waited to settle it up. Nobody behind.
Again, you can assume that Coach Bobby D over the Cal Poly sidelines, when they had their timeout, they probably talked a little bit about settling it and getting a controlled possession, and then you move down the field and the ball gets shot out of bounds. It's a little frustrating.
Let's see what Cal can do with it here. They're definitely getting the right personnel in that they want.
So far, the Cal defense has really been the story of the game so far, but then again, can't say anything bad about Cal Poly defense either. They've really just been very outstanding units on both sides of the field.
I like what Cal's doing. They'll take the pole that's down there, Lazanich, and they'll use him as a pick and then send him to the midline. Might as well just get something out of it.
And Cal spinning the ball, a low pass, and bounces
right
off the toe of Jossie right to Cal Poly, and they are coming down the field. Can't find the shot right there by number 14. Zach the Man Levitan couldn't let it rip, so he does probably the smart thing there, and rather than try to force it, which we've seen a lot of so far, settles it right down.
Yeah, I mean, still 2-1. Looking for that tire. 6:30 left in here.
Oh, and here's a great transition right there, a great substitution by Cal Poly. Let's see if they can make him pay. Boy, that worked out just like they wanted it to. Got ahead of his defender. Who I can't see who that was. I think it was Sando.
Yes.
Made a beeline to the net. Got 2 steps on his defender, and it was a nice look, but just couldn't convert. Cal Poly.
Oh, no. This is beginning to be a theme here, turnovers.
Yeah, boy, unforced errors on the part of both teams. One of the reasons, perhaps, why this score is so low with 6:12 left to go in the second quarter. Having a hard time holding on to the rock and finishing plays here today so far. All right, successful clear by number 12, Matt Dixon, gets it into the offensive half. And we'll see if Cal can put the handles on the ball right now and finish it out.
Credit the Mustang defense.
Yeah, and again, I in an eerie parallel to the earlier timeout by Coach Bobby D of Cal Poly, Nate Webster says, "My turn."
Yeah, I've seen enough. I'm kind of discouraged by the amount of turnovers here. I expected a little bit higher play. I hope these two teams are not looking ahead to the automatic bid to Salt Lake for the MCLA national tournament. But hey, guys, today is today. Tomorrow is another day. Let's finish here.
That is a lot to digest. Could you say that one again? Just slow it down a little bit for me.
I'm just going to say that the breeze in my face. I feel like I'm in Montego Bay.
There's only one thing missing. One thing missing. No rum punch.
Well, I'll crack open my water here.
All right, well, it's the next best thing. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you as an announcer, the one key thing is remember to hydrate. It's a lot of work up here. It's high expectations here on WCLL TV. We're here at the NorCal Sports TV network.
Well,
our hosts and the people brave enough to put us on the internet. It's a bold move by them.
I applaud their faith in us. And it would be a nice time while this break is going on to celebrate the goalie Beatty's birthday today.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Ned Webster, being very, very coy. He does not give out too much information. We do not know if it's the 21st or 20th birthday for Beatty, but
I hear they have unusual ways they celebrate birthdays on the Cal lacrosse team.
Do tell.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me. I thought we were sworn to secrecy, Coach Mike. Sworn to secrecy. Well, I'll tell you what. He's giving a present to himself with the amazing play.
Well, and he should get quite the massage afterwards with the amount of shots.
Remember PG-13, Coach Mike.
Oh, that's right. It's a family show.
Yeah, family show. So again, congratulations and happy birthday to Cal goalie Nick Beatty. And you know what he wants for a present right now, which is for this Cal offense to take whatever Coach Ned Webster said in that huddle and put the biscuit in the basket.
Moving screen.
Oh, boy, that is just, you can tell Coach Webster is H-O-T hot.
Yeah, but they got it back. Look at Cook.
Brandon Cook.
Great pressure.
Individual effort. And
Here
he's
we
looking
go.
across to Guy Lombardo. Oh, and just missed it. I thought I saw the net move.
I could have sworn I saw it too, but
I am
Razzo was there.
Sure
and
the net moved. Lombardo wants to take another look at that one for sure.
Oh
wow. I'm not sure if we got a replay of that one or not, but I have a terrific angle here from 100 yards away. It sure looked like it hit the corner of the net to me, but
I thought it went top bar and then
the
side
people
bar
who are
and
paid
out.
to adjudicate these things say otherwise. So maybe Cal Poly dodges a bullet right there, Mike. Sometimes those things can serve as a bit of a momentum changer. Get a little lucky break like that. And
oh, yeah. They just need a spark right here, and maybe Burkow's a spark. I don't know. I mean,
nice
here we go.
Over.
Back to Big Reno.
Burkow. The biggest little midfielder.
That's right.
Moving the ball around, and Cal Poly's trying to solve this Cal defense, which to this point has stifled them. Beatty has been excellent in goal on his birthday. Not much of a shot there from a very low angle. But Cal Poly maintains possession. The Mustangs trying to get something going here. About 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Ball movement right now very crisp for the Mustangs. What we haven't really seen to this point, but right now it is going, and there's the skip pass.
There we go.
Reno gets his hands away, but again, Beatty is right there.
The shot selection was not the best.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it was a terribly difficult save for Beatty, but boy, I'm telling you, we are turning something that started off as incidents into a trend. Cal right back down on the field as number 10, Dylan Lee, gets the ball on offense. And I think the Cal offense is looking to see if they can make amends for that moving screen call earlier.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are definitely a wide open set here.
They're giving Jossie quite a bit of room right there. The double looks ready. Got the head and the swivel coming down there from number 24, Kyle Whitney, playing some pretty textbook off-ball defense as Cook makes a move around and shoots up a flare. Nice recovery by Jossie.
He's got some room here.
You think we see a move coming here. Just
Epstein.
a little bit off the mark. Epstein with a nice save. But boy, right back in the middle of it is Jossie. He is creating problems on this clear. Cal Poly still with the ball in the defensive zone as they wild clear goes to a settled clear, and that is intercepted right away by Pistotnik. Pistotnik just lets it go high. Now that is about, Mike, the third or fourth shot that we've seen elevated 4 or 5 feet above the crossbar. So maybe I'm thinking Coach Webster's going to tell his star attackman maybe try a bounce shot or two.
Yeah, he is the offensive player of the year here in the WCLL, but he's got to take one half step or a breath, something, and just shoot that thing at the 6x6.
Yeah, just letting it fly. Maybe just so much energy, so much
Take a little
desire to put that ball in the hoop. It's just not getting there yet.
There's another one. Epstein, boom.
Yeah. Epstein's going to eat those up all day long, Mike. There's some quality goaltender play. You're not going to let many soft ones in. And again, Cal Poly's struggling a little bit on their clear.
Love the aggressive attack play here.
Guy Lombardo. I keep calling him Guy Lombardo because of the classic 1940s conductor.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure the Lombardo family appreciates. And Cal Poly, and they've got to look here at the net. We've got an unmanned.
Oh!
Okay.
Go Clay.
Yeah, that's a great individual effort by Gokhale. He managed to get a great little separation there, a little 2-on-1 opportunity, and the defense couldn't slide quick enough to make that happen. That's a nice effort by the stellar Cal Poly attackman.
He recognizes he's got a guy on an island, and boom, he's going to be a foot race.
Yep. You can see the goal of the defenseman is just that little late on that slide. You can't leave that guy alone on the crease, so you really create problems right there. That extended Cal defense caught napping there, or caught a little bit out of position.
Yeah, surprising too that Beatty led him to the near side, but shake it off.
All right, so here we are, all tied up 2-2 here with 1:41 left to go. Cal versus Cal Poly and Luis Obispo in this WCLL championship game. All of a sudden, it back and forth. We knew it was going to be a tight one. Oh, Cal Poly with a chance to go ahead here for the first time.
Brown, we're going to mention that he has about he's 30 light against Galante.
Yeah.
And he's in there.
Ooh, dangerous play by the Cal goalie. He just leaves it on the end line and has to race back into the net. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Bobby D call a timeout here with 1:15 left in the half. He's got a timeout to burn, so might want to draw something up. But he's going to let a player play. It's one of the reasons why kids love playing for this program.
And there you go, Dave. And that was why we call you the Amazing Kreskin.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to know next week's lottery numbers, you can start texting me right now. Or actually, you can comment on this thing called the Intertubes.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We have comments. There's a comment section, so if you'd like to talk about next week lottery numbers, for me to tell you when you're going to get that raise, or any other information that might be interesting to you into the future, I'm happy to do so. As Coach Bobby D does what we thought he might do right here, which is to try to maybe draw something up, so put his team up ahead after trailing the entire game.
Absolutely, yeah. This is exactly the opportunity he's looking for. 109 left. Let's get it around. This is basically a man-up opportunity, but they're even. You know what I'm saying?
I actually have no idea what you're saying. That made no sense.
Well, you're drawing up a special play here, Dave.
Right, okay. For the non-existent man-up opportunity you're getting.
What we're going to look for is to try to rotate that Cal defense, very disciplined defense, no less. But we're going to try to get somebody twisted up and get a nice hard shot.
Well, and I think the other thing you're looking at here, no matter which way this goes, if Cal's able to shut this down, or if Cal Poly is able to put the ball in the net, you're looking at a pretty nice piece of momentum for one of these two teams heading into halftime.
I have to say, Cal fans very excited.
Cal fans excited, but Cal Poly, has got a little spring in their step out there right now after what can only be, when you play a half of lacrosse, which had as many sideways, things just went sideways on them the entire time. To be tied up, they've got to be a little happy.
For sure. No, this is that was a great goal just a few moments ago by Cal Poly, but they need one here to really kind of put some doubt in the Bears' minds.
Go Clay, back up top to number 7 Hunter. He makes a big rip, just misses wide. I don't imagine that's what they drew up, but he saw the chance and he took it. Life's about opportunities, Mike.
Yeah, I don't see a whole one-on-one matchup here. I see a movement of a ball movement that's going to look to a topside shot.
They want it in Go Clay's hands, boy. He is the accomplished attackman.
30 seconds.
Directing traffic. Burkow with the ball. Moves it back over to Hunter. They want it down there. Back down to Goslin. Goslin back up to Go Clay. Go Clay. And a big stop again by Beatty. The birthday boy. Nice save.
With just
14 seconds left. Let's see if Cal tries to push it. And they do. There they go on the transition. A little fast break opportunity by number 15, McDonough. Oh, and just misses on the outside. Pistotnik can't quite find the range. And that is the end of the first half of action from Rancho Cotati High School Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we've got a barn burner here for you in Rohnert Park, California. This beautiful day, we've got Cal and Cal Poly tied 2-2 in this WCLL championship matchup. My goodness, it has been, I was going to say it's been a dandy. It's been a bit of a sloppy dandy.
Very sloppy, but definitely the low-scoring expectation. We talked about it in the pregame.
Yeah. You did mention that. There's a lot of prognostication going on up in this booth right now. And for those people who don't know what prognostication means, that's what the internet is for. Go ahead and look that up.
Exactly. Not to be confused with proctology.
No, you'd never want to confuse the two of those.
No.
Coach Mike, you said you expected a defensive battle. I think one of the standouts that I saw has to be the keeper play on the Cal end, on both ends. But really, the Cal keeper Nick Beatty has had a standout first half.
Yeah, birthday boy's delivering. He's tallied basically seven saves on my sheet here. But I tell you what, both goalies are humdingers.
Yeah.
How about that, huh?
They are humdingers. Huh? Yeah. It's good to be back in the 1950s. This game coming to you in black and white. We're going to take a short break while these two teams hash out their second half plans. This is Dave Almy. I'm going to take a quick break with my co-host, Coach Mike Lantier, with this WCLL Championship Lacrosse game, Division I, with University of California Golden Bears 2, tied with the Cal Poly San Luis Obispo Mustangs 2. We'll be right back.
You bet.
For the second half action. Ladies.
I don't know. It sounded like. You mean through the PA system? Yeah, through the PA system. Going that.
Are we?
Those guys got to be corrected all the time. They need your help.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Getting ready for second half action here at Rancho Cotati High School in Rohnert Park, California. Beautiful late spring day here in Sonoma County, featuring some top-level West Coast Collegiate Lacrosse, with the University of California Golden Bears tied with the Cal Poly Mustangs 2-2 here at the beginning of the second half. And Coach Mike, the second half, probably the first half wasn't something that we're probably going to make an instructional video out of, but what are you hoping to see here in the second half?
Less turnovers.
It's a simple thing, folks.
No, I think that both teams are starting to get into a rhythm. Surprisingly, though, both goalies are playing top of their game. Face-off battle is wonderful. We're just going to have to see one of these two teams blink.
Yeah, I think that when you think about that, if you're a coach, you really would like to see your team make a short run here, like a nice, quick run. Maybe put a couple of quick goals in. It can be really deflating for the other team.
Well, you can see how hard it is just to get these two. It took a full half of lacrosse to grind out two each. A 2-goal lead would be an amazing situation for either of these teams, just because it's so scrappy.
Right, and just tenacious defensive play. So I think that the defenses clearly took up the tenacious or the scrappy mantle that both coaches were looking for.
Yep.
Early on. And here we go. Second half underway. Cal wearing white. Cal Poly San Luis Obispo in green. Golden Bears versus Mustangs. Obviously a fierce animal matchup. And right away we are seeing some of that unsettled play on the offensive zone. Last touch by number 15 McDonough. Cal Poly's going to get the ball here and see if they can make something go here. Face-off specialist Ryan Brown, number 13, starts with the ball, retreats to midfield, and gets it right back again from the goalie. And Epstein with a pretty nice pass right to midfield.
I'd like to see him sticking around. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly right. Cal Poly with the ball, behind with Stickney. We haven't called his number yet today. Maybe Coach didn't see some things he wanted to see in the first half there, Mike. He's going to change his personnel around a little bit.
It can't hurt them. I can tell you that. They both were committed, in the pregame interviews to using every single short stick they had.
And so far, we might be seeing some of the first alternate sets, and for some of these Cal Poly players to make a name for themselves. Whatever you say about it, there you go. We got Stickney back, and unfortunately, that got away. So maybe more of the same here to start the second half as Cal works the ball onto offense. As number 15, McDonough, pushes the ball, tries to get a look at it, but it settles down into the half-field offense as the personnel packages make their way onto the field. Long pass across the field from Pistotnik. And number 10, Dylan Lee, out of Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania, is working up at top.
As I said Friday night, big Eagles fan, big Flyers fan, of course, big Sixers fan. He's excited about the postseason.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in that. As a big Celtics fan, they're going to have their work come out for him. Lombardo with the ball now, getting back to Collegiate Sports. And Jossie back over to Lee. Cal surveying everything, taking a look at it. They probably want to make sure to get a good offensive possession out of this, and Cal Poly defense is making that tough. No easy looks here so far, Coach Mike.
None at all. Why would you give it to him?
Yeah. Skip. Epstein with the big save after the blast from Jossie, and we're going the other way. Again, goalie play has been above par.
Can I bring up the sidearm as the goalie's best friend?
I'm sure people would love to hear about that.
Yeah.
Number 11, Hubers, coughs it up at midfield, was able to recover the ball quickly and gets it over to Sando. And you know that the fans are getting anxious about seeing that thing get into the box here. And all of a sudden, here comes an opportunity for Cal Poly.
And a late flag.
Nice finish by number 97, Doug Goslin. Took his time. Flags waved off. But, boy, a really nice transition goal by the Mustangs. And they've got their first lead of the game, 3-2.
Yeah, Burkout comes in, gets it, comes down, draws that, dumps it, boom, doorstep. Can't coach it.
Yeah, and as good as Beatty's played or all day, not much you're going to be able to do against that. So just like that, with 12:17 left to go in the third quarter, Cal Poly takes the lead for the first time today, 3-2 over the University of California Berkeley Golden Bears. That's a mouthful.
That it is, Dave.
And we are back at the dot, and Cal's going to see if they can.
Boy, great timely checks there, but Cal does come up with it.
Yep.
Looks like Rusty again.
Lombardo boxes the ball. And you know Coach Webster wants to see more out of his attack duo here. Lombardo, then doubled, feeds the ball back over to Cook. He's going to feed the ball back up top, to the top of the box. Jossie had that blast earlier, so I think he might be looking for a repeat.
Oh, the kid can shoot.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Cal, down the alley, looking for opportunities, and again, Lee is covered,
nice
and the ball is
there.
taken away. With this, again,
Hablitzel.
Yep.
Cliff Hablitzel.
Well, the Clifster is just part of this Cal Poly defense that, it is carrying over from just suffocating in the semifinal game.
Oh, my God.
And then goes and does that kind of thing. And I think
That's
Coach Bobby D's body
the
language is
all-conference there.
suggesting to me that he is displeased.
Yeah, he's not wearing a hat, which is nice. That's the first sign when it hits the turf. But hands over the head, he's definitely frustrated with it. Just nobody around. Just dump that and get out of there.
Yeah, and Cal successfully clears the ball across half field. You just hate that, right? Your defense does a great job in setting up the offense, and then just an easy giveaway to the other team.
Yeah, without any pressure.
No pressure. All right, so Cal, again, a little bit of case of the dropsies themselves. Pistotnik.
Moving screen against the Bears.
That's the second one we've seen
Tunney
from them
just
today.
gets a little shoulder pop. And then here we go again.
Pistotnik, who just tallied one, comes up with the ball in the middle of the field. This Cal Poly offense does love to push the ball.
Oh, yeah, I just, to see that long pass,
Yeah.
it's anybody's ball,
Yeah.
And
in what is becoming a trend for Cal Poly in this third quarter, except for the one transition tally, the settled offense just not able to get anything going here. Still, they have the lead.
Yeah.
3-2.
Go Clay and
Cal.
Gosling trying to pressure here.
Cal Poly turns the Cal clear back. Ball back to Beatty, the goalie.
Here we go.
Winter Park, Florida product. Nice accurate pass up the middle to Dixon. Dixon. A trail check by number 34.
I think he
Lamp
wants
Fair.
to.
Is not successful, and Cal's able to get it over. It's probably not the shot that from Nick White that Cal was looking for, but Cal is fortunate that they were there to back that up.
As Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside.
Yeah, I think number 14, Nick White, may have been listening to the crowd a little too closely on that one and let one fly from about 25 yards out. As you're a coach, you don't like it when your players listen to their parents on the sideline.
No, this is collegiate lacrosse.
It's supposed to. That's why I think you and I both love to coach box lacrosse. With that wall of glass, made it impossible for the parents to offer their suggestions to the players.
Yeah, they could only give us hand signals.
Yeah, exactly. Coach Santos, that was one of the things he sold us on when he had us coach there.
Absolutely. Oh,
and
pipe shot.
Another pipe
Look at
shot
this.
for Cal. Miles
Just a nice little
Rosberg.
pickup here.
And just like that, here comes Cal Poly. But Cal's defense gets back. And number 18, Stickney, is required to retreat. Boy, that's the second big pipe shot we've seen from Cal.
That thing rocked that cage, too.
I'm looking forward to seeing the replay of that shot that Cal Poly took in the first half. That Cal took in the first half. I could have sworn I saw some net move on that one, but the ref was right there, and it's one of those rare cases where I'm going to defer to them without saying anything more about it.
Well, Razzo, he's been around a long time. Andrew Razzo, he's one of three brothers who all played up in the North Bay here. So seasoned guy, done a lot of D1, both in the club level and when the D1 schools used to come out here.
Wow.
In the fall classics.
Tough defense. You can tell that number 17, Reno, was not ready for that.
No.
Cal defense just shuts
Look at
down.
this. Nick White. Noakes.
That is Rusty McDonough taking a big step and launching a bomb into the back of the net.
McDonough, the SI product.
From about 15, 20 yards away. That's a heck of a shot right there.
And he gathered himself, nice look. Crossfield, sets up, steps in for what looks to be about a 15-yarder. Bam.
Epstein was down on his knees for that one, and it just took a bigger hop than I think he was ready for.
Yeah.
And just like that, we are knotted back up 3-3 here with 8:04 left in the third quarter.
And here we go, Dave. We've got 2 guys on the board now for the Bears that probably were not factors or heavy factors in the Cal Poly pregame
schema.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. I wanted to help you out there.
No,
You've been denouncing as much as we have together, ladies and gentlemen. You do occasionally finish each other's sentences.
You have me at hello.
He thinks it, I say it. It makes me a ventriloquist dummy, I think. Oh, no, we don't need to go there. All right, Cal right back on the attack again. Crowd loved that spin dodge, but it's for naught as Cal begins to work the ball around on offense. Back over to number 5 to Grote, up to the top of the box. Jossie, seen a bit of him today. He's going to dodge down the alley. Not there. Good coverage by the Cal Poly defense. Rolls it back. Still looking. We'll call it a bounce pass and be charitable. The ball's back behind. Lombardo puts it back there. I think that's to Cook. The screen is definitely not moving this time. 39. That was 39 right there. Sorry about that. Sean Tran.
Lombardo takes kind of an ill-advised shot, but he's got backed up there.
Parents seem to want a helmet piece right there.
Yeah.
But I tell you, Mike, a flag-free first half and into the third quarter here. So, we love to see that in championship lacrosse.
Absolutely. Epstein with a nice save.
Another nice save off the alley dodge right there. And the ball worked its way across. And here comes the Cal Poly Mustangs. Tunney gets it back after the missed shot by Jossie. Or the nice save, I should say, by Epstein.
Here's your man Levitan.
Zach the Man Levitan. You can't say that enough times, and it's just a fun one to ring. Obviously a reference from me. Good morning,
here's the guy that needs to make something happen. He had a nice assist earlier, but we need to see him net some.
Yeah. Mitch Stickney retreats to the X position and moves it all the way across the way to Goclay, who's been relatively quiet after the one goal from earlier at the end of the first half. Dancing back and forth, trying to direct some traffic, maybe waiting a little bit. See what the personnel package is in. And number 6, there we go. Sando got a step on his man, but elects to dump it off instead to Reno.
Uh-oh. Big Reno, nice eyes.
Reno
initiates,
Stickney.
And then he's going to find Stickney down there, and it's just 1v1.
Yep, so a nice feed. Stickney, like we talked about, didn't start this game, but it shows up on the score sheet, doesn't he, Coach Mike?
Absolutely, and same thing with Reno, who's had some ups and downs, but hey, that's a nice assist.
Yep, so Stickney gets on the board, rewarding Coach Bobby D's trying a new personnel package right there for him. So, again, there you go. Cal Poly up again by 1, 4-3 over Cal Berkeley. Here we go, 6:01 left in the third quarter. And it's what has been a seesaw game. But we expected no less. There we go.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Galani got out in front, and then Brown just happened to trip him up. I think it was definitely incidental, but...
Trippity-doo-dah day to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cal with the ball on offense.
Scoreboard's wrong. It's the other way. Is that you guys?
Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, interlopers will enter the booth. Right, we just had someone ask us how to directions to the local Hooters. I'm afraid that I cannot help. This is a professional operation here, folks. I'm a little surprised that somebody would just walk into the booth asking for directions to Hooters, but that's what we got. Anyway, back to the action. Cal with the ball behind at X, and they're moving we see some new personnel packages out there for them as well. Just number 39, Tran, is dancing back and forth, as both coaches are going to their bench to try to make something happen here in what has been a low-scoring affair to this point. 43 Bellas over on the far side now. Again, first time we've called his name as Cal's got the ball at X. Lombardo, no change there.
Uh-oh, nice save.
Tran with the big over-the-shoulder backhand piece. And you know what? That's just a pretty goal right there, Coach Mike. That's Matt Dixon getting down low and just beating Epstein around the shoelaces.
Yeah, I think that behind the back shot, got everybody kind of turned around, and Dixon just took advantage of it.
And we are knotted back up. It is with 4:44 left in the third quarter, tied 4-4. That's a lot of fours, and in certain cultures, that is not a lucky thing.
Well, we were promised a nose to the grindstone fight here, and we're getting one.
Well, coaches wanted to see scrap, and we're going to really see who's able to dig deep right here. We're back to the faceoff. Brown comes up, and he is going right down the throat.
That's his first win of this second half. Galante's been the last three.
Brown does his job. He tried to get a shot off there, but nice defense by the Bears. They were able to lift the stick up and not let him fall through on that.
Sniper as Galante gets back off the field.
All right, Hunter with the ball up top. Moves it over to Clay, the quarterback of this offense. Up over to Kiefer, the local boy. Nice to see him getting some playing time here.
Yeah. Like I said, he didn't pick up the game until he was 15. So nice to see him playing in high school and now at the collegiate level.
My day won't be complete, though, until we see Anders Chang out there.
That's true.
Yeah, just want to say.
Yeah. Great kid, Northman alum. Learned from the best, Shaden Santos, Colin Doyle, U.S. Boxla.
All right, the ball continued to be back up top now. We've got Goslin is again inverted to the top. Usually an attackman is now playing up top. Back to Clay. Stickney with the ball now. Stickney just tallied one to put Cal Poly up, and Cal answered quickly. We'll see if Stickney can stick it.
It's a good matchup, Coonard versus Stickney.
Nothing doing there. Henriksen now. Two-man game over on that side. Let's going to see what happens over there as he tries to get Hunter maybe back in the action. Hunter gets back down low, off ball. And here comes big Kyle Henriksen as he's going down the way from Huntington Beach, California. Nothing going down the alley there. Oop, and a slip and a fall.
Rusty McDonough comes up with it.
Quick,
and here we go.
14, Nick White. Nick White just racing down the field. Does the smart thing. Didn't force it. It's good to get the ball in the offensive zone.
Dave, looking at Coach Webster, I think he's gnawing off his thumbnail right now.
Good thing I brought a bag of Band-Aids supplied by Ann Teagarden. Cal's got the ball at X. Cook. He's got a couple in this game. Well, I think somebody just fainted.
Well, that was just a small explosion over here. We're okay.
Everybody's all right. Jossie's got the ball up top, and he's going to put it right back up to the top as Cal sets up their offense with number 5, DeGroat. Gets it back down to X. Cal, quick ball movement right now. Skip pass over to number 6, Lopez.
Oh! Stings it.
Excuse me, that was DeGroat. DeGroat or Lopez? I can't see the number from this far.
I want to say it was Lopez, number 6.
Comes off the bench. Lopez pops one in the net. Second look at that one. It was just a great skip pass look over the top. Lopez grabs the high pass and makes just a great crow hop and fires that one to the back of the cage. And with 5-4 now, Cal over Cal Poly with 2:11 left in the third quarter. Back and forth, Coach Mike.
It's funny. We've been talking about all these all WCLL honors guys, and Cal has, I think, 5. But the guys who are doing the yeoman's work here, Cook, McDonough, Dixon, Lopez.
Boy, in a game like this, it's just sometimes the people you don't expect.
Well, that's that. In a tight one like this, you want everybody to.
We're going to go green as Brown gets the push from behind.
Bit concerned for that ref's SPF.
It is he's getting a little pink. I think he's already medium well. All right. Clay. He's got the ball now. Moves it back to Goslin, who's got X. Again, impressive play by both defenses so far. We're halfway, almost to the end of the third quarter, and 5-4. I think Coach Webster said at the beginning of the game he didn't expect it to go to double digits for either team.
Not at all, and that was exactly what happened in the WCLL Division II championship game earlier today, 7-4.
Congratulations to the Sierra Nevada Screaming Eagles, by the way. They won that Division II matchup against UC Davis. And some shenanigans going on the far side. Push by Cal Poly gives the ball back to Cal. Some fans are exhibiting some bloodlust here in the stands, Coach Mike.
I can hear it.
I want to make sure that everybody's okay. Nick White with the ball now as Cal gets it in the box, and they take over on offense and settling things down.
You know, Dave, we mentioned it earlier. A 2-goal lead would be literally something of huge concern for Cal Poly here.
Yep.
They have got to get a stop.
Coach Mike, what's the worst lead in sports?
1-0 hockey.
2-goal lead. Lots of crazy things can happen. As Matt Dixon's testing the outer limits of the defense, works the ball around, and we go behind to Tran. Sean Tran. Here comes a pick for him. He's going to go the other way, though. He doesn't like the looks of that. As the pressure, great pressure out top.
That's Sugo. You know, he was definitely a second team all WCLL.
They are continuing to work. Here comes Tran. It looks to have a little bit of a lane to the goal. He made his way around.
Oh, Tunney just said forget it.
Into the crease, and here comes Cal Poly. Let's see if they can put together something in transition. Ooh.
Wait a minute.
Left the biscuit out of the basket.
Yep.
But here
this is
comes
my man,
Cal
Griff
Poly.
Hausblitzel.
Number 19, Biggers, tries to let one fly before the end of the quarter, but he's not able to get it out. All right, as we head into the fourth quarter of what has been an exciting WCLL championship game between the Cal Golden Bears and Cal Poly Mustangs. Cal leading the Mustangs 5-4 as we head into the fourth quarter. Coach Mike, it's going to be a race to the finish for these two teams. You're a coach in the huddle right now. What's on your mind? What are you going to say?
I'm just trying to gather myself as a coach, I would think. No, I mean this is a great game. It's been back and forth. I'm sure Coach Bobby DeBray is very confident in his squad. Just saying, look, keep pushing. Defense is playing great. They're getting the takeaways they're looking for. Cal, the same. They're just don't keep going to what we're doing, but they're definitely looking at guys that are not, featured that have been in the last, couple games for Cal. So,
sorry, Mike, I had to take a time out there to sign an autograph. This is going to be a bit of a humdinger right down there. To use your language, it's going to be a humdinger right down there to the end, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it will. Yeah, I think this is going to be. This is going to come down to literally. We haven't even had a penalty yet, Dave. So could that be the X factor in this? I don't know.
It could, boy. I would write that one down. I would timestamp it, and if there's a man-up opportunity for one of these two teams, let's go back and evaluate that. Circle it, put a heart over it, and dot the I with a heart.
Okay.
And then we'll go back and revisit that as this game concludes, and we can maybe want our wrap-up. We've already had one prognostication.
There it is.
Earlier today that came up all sevens.
You're on a roll, my friend, and this is why I love you.
Kudos to Paul Kunsel on the officiating crew today. You gotta love it when they let the boys play. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I haven't seen anything really out there that really demanded a flag be thrown. Credit to both coaches.
Yeah. Do you remember Paul Kunsel up in Calgary?
Oh, boy.
In the dad's game?
Oh,
he was an animal all over the field.
No, I've never seen anything like it. And I'm talking about a man who looks good in a lace-up Bacharach helmet.
The old UC Santa Barbara.
With everything, the face mask is all bent and everything like that. Awesome. It was just glorious. And here comes a crucial early face-off, boy. And boy, the fans really want a flag, but they're not going to get it. This crew is letting them work.
Oh, boy.
And there's the push
goal.
And
there it is.
Oh, Ned Webster, I believe, is literally hopping mad.
He's losing his mind.
He's literally hopping mad. Well, he's not going to have to do any cardio later today.
I would just say, if the Mustangs get a goal here, you're going to see him.
His eyeballs might pop all the way across the field and hit me in the eye myself. Okay, a wild face-off to start this last quarter of this WCLL championship game. Cal leading Cal Poly 5-4. And we are underway in the fourth quarter in what looks to be an absolute barn burner of a conclusion. Trying to come up with every little sports idiom and catchphrase I can think of. All right, Cal Poly on the attack. That's number 6, Sando, exploring the outer limits. Gives it back over. Stickney, who had that goal earlier, and that looked a little warty to me.
Yeah,
from up
it looked
here,
a little bit, but not called.
No. Again, refs keep swallowing those whistles, which you like to see. Unless there's something truly egregious, I suspect that's the way that the game's going to go. Again, egregious.
Egregious. Here's Mayer versus.
Yeah, go Kale. This is the one that.
He got him
early.
Oh, he had him beat. Step for step.
Had the defenseman down on his can in the back of the net, and Sando turns the ball over. Or at least he's able to get his own.
Yeah.
His little fumble.
Credit the Mustangs though. They're trying every combination possible here just to see what's going to work. They just need one.
They got the Twin Towers working right now. It looks like.
Here we go.
They move back to a 3-1-2, and just one behind. 3-2-1 now. Still moving that ball around, not seeing anything yet. Big bouncer right there from number 22, Burkow, but Beatty is equal to
first save of the second half, according to my stat. Yeah, crazy, huh?
Didn't he have one off the toe in the third quarter?
Oh, you're right. You know, this is why I don't do Sudoku.
That's right. Nick White, and it's right, and Epstein's equal to the task, and they push the ball the other way. We are going up and down already. This is like hockey. You know that.
Rusty Gate.
Rusty Gate check.
Who would have thunk it?
Catches the ball in surprise. And now Nate Webster's so animated, he might just pop in
look
there.
At this. It just goes back and forth like a dirty diaper.
I'm not sure what the Superman was for, but there we go. I managed to keep the ball on and gave it to Cal Poly, and a long across the field pass right there. Sometimes these are hard to pick up because of the spin on the ball, but Sugo, clearly a geometry major, is able to pick it up.
Good call, Dave.
I don't know, can you major in geometry? I don't know if there's enough classes you can take.
It's definitely online.
These Cal Poly kids, both of the sets of kids out here, there's no dummies on this field.
No.
Cal Poly Polytechnical School down in San Luis Obispo, California, beautiful school, probably one of the most popular schools in the CSU system right now. Very difficult to get into. And University of California, Berkeley, they're no slouch in that department either.
Heck no.
I didn't even bother sending a transcript.
Well, it is a credit to the WCLL. I mean, these schools, all of them, are fine academic institutions.
Scholar athletes out there in the truest sense of the word, Coach Mike. All right, Cal Poly on the attack. Doing a good job moving that ball around. But the Cal defense just being stingy in there in the middle, aren't they? And then Hunter over to number 18, Stickney. Rewarded, coach, by putting him in with a score in that third quarter. Get the look across the way.
Look at the lumber.
Goslin had a chance in the middle, but, boy, just couldn't convert because, boy, that Cal defense just absolutely ate it up. But their ball movement right now by the Mustangs is making that Cal defense work hard. And the longer this possession lasts, the more tired they're going to get, particularly here in the fourth quarter. That was a great sound effect by Coach Mike right there. But Herrickson's shot, even with the sound effect behind it, couldn't get past Beatty.
I do a little stuff on my own time.
Yeah. Can you replicate that, what you had for us there? Yeah, that was it. It's a good description of what it was.
Soundboard. Sniper on.
Yeah. Dylan Lee.
Dylan Lee just getting, 22
to
the shoulder.
Found one of those uneven spots in this Rancho Cotati High School field.
I used to do that a lot. Open field, I just fall down.
It
Terrible.
Looks like White got left all alone out there on the far side. We're seeing some long passes as the Cal Poly defense. Oh, look. The ball movement right now
great recovery.
And an absolute zinger by number 9, Jose. It looked like Cal really had an opportunity that they failed to capitalize on.
Epstein came out of the goal, was spun around. We got the cross pass successful, and we just didn't take the shot.
And I feel like they really missed what looked like a bad substitution on the part of the Cal Poly defense.
Cook looking to get back in the business.
Yeah. Lombardo over on the far side with the ball now, moves it back up to the top of the field. Dylan Lee, the fans are starting to feel it here. Time is of the essence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with 9:41 left to go here in the fourth quarter, there's still plenty of time for lacrosse, a sport in which the goals can come quickly.
Well, I'll tell you what. No matter what the outcome of this game, being this tight with goal differential being a big factor in the at-large bids to Salt Lake City, you might see these two teams in Utah.
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
They certainly have earned it here today as they get the ball down low to number 20, Cook. He's already tallied 2 today. Lombardo getting some work in. Over across the way to DeGroat. Oh, again, that looks like he
wow.
got domed, but the flag stays in.
Nothing called.
Nothing called. What looked to be someone who just got clubbed like a baby seal in the Canadian hinterlands.
Great visual, Dave.
Sorry. But when I got to describe what I'm seeing here for the people who don't know, whose internet feed does not support live video.
We do not condone furring.
No, we don't. Sorry, Brett Yanko. I know your family lives off that stuff, but now we're starting to see some bodies flying around this field.
As we get a little chippy. We might see our first flag here. Look at this.
Ned Webster would certainly throw one right now.
Livid.
And Cal Poly manages to get
Chris
the ball
Dean
into the
throwing some barbs.
Love their passion.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I'm not next to it right now, though. And it looks like
we got a timeout, and I think Ned Webster's.
There seems to be some confusion.
What just happened there?
Well, I think Cal Poly tried to call a timeout when Cal was actually officially had possession.
Wow. So
good correction by the officials, but you can know Coach Bobby D is not going to like that at all.
No.
Refs, when the refs are, golly. Oh boy, that's a heck of a save.
What an effort.
That's a heck of a save right there. I'm able to tell, I think it was number 12 perhaps.
It is.
Was that Matt Dixon who just saved that ball?
Yeah.
Hey, Matty Dixon, nice scramble.
Yeah,
Coach wanted scrap. You know what that was right there?
Scrapple?
It was scrap. No, it wasn't scrapple, but it sure as heck was scrappy.
Delicious, though.
I'm going to have to take your word for that one. Oh, boy, that's great defense right there by number 11.
Wow, Kostotnik. Another shot, save Epstein.
Boy,
well, if Cal Poly has a chance, it's now. They got to make something happen.
I can't say enough about the goalie play here today. As you know, I'm a big fan of goalies.
And you should be. Your son was a phenomenal goalie, both on the field and in the box arena. I believe Colin Doyle did say it was one of the most impressive young lads he's ever seen in the pipes.
Well, hopefully it'll be between the pipes next time. You can get uncomfortable when you're in it. Anyway, so we're on offense for Cal Poly. Go Clay behind the net. It's back up to Stickney. Stickney works it around up top to Sando. Cal Poly, you bet you they'd like to see a nice controlled possession.
Look at
this.
If they can get Kiefer coming, let's see what 10. Kiefer can do.
Kiefer's line of attack right there might have not been the best
would have taken
one.
A different line. Goslin with a nice shot.
He just misses the net, and Cal is there to back it up, so it will count as a turnover.
Your man Rusty McDonough again. Really being the Swiss Army knife today for Cal.
Nice look up the field to number 31, Burpee. Back down to number 39, Tran. Retreats behind.
Getting out of the 6-minute mark here, Dave. You got to think that Cal Poly's starting to feel a little nervous.
A lot of lacrosse left to play. I can tell you're agitated. You're tapping that pen more than you usually do.
I am.
That's the coach in you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Cal brings on Miles Rosberg out of Woodland Hills, California, to see maybe if he can bring some sauce to the game, as it were. Dixon with the ball up top. We called his name quite a bit today. He's been very active out there. You've got to be happy with his play, particularly on that scrappy play he had over there to save that possession. Cook. Back up to Dixon. Ball's back up top. Rosberg.
Uh-oh.
That one might have gotten away from him.
Little lollipop.
Well, it's going to be out of bounds, and a green and Cal Poly ball on the slip of the wrist by Miles Rosberg. Cal Poly taking their time on offense right now. They didn't try to push the ball there. Are you surprised by that?
No. I think what they're going to do here is they know they just need one, and then from there everything changes. So let's just see matchup for matchup. Be looking for short stick on short stick.
Big Justin Reno's out there out of Davis, California. You might be surprised to see him head towards the middle maybe and get that big stick up there. But right now he's on the perimeter, content to move the ball around.
I think Gokhale wants something to. He's starting to do some direction behind.
Evan Hunter
trying to shake off Mayer, but Mayer's locked on him.
Back over to Gokhale, back up top to Hunter. Ball moving again, sort of crisp again right now for the Mustangs. they get down the alley trying to find where their options are going to be at. Right now, their options might be in the hands of Stickney. A nice little prancing move. Gave a little pony look there. As the ball continues around. That's going to be on the outside of the net.
Bomb goal.
Yeah, that's a little early excitement on the part of the Cal Poly San Luis Obispo fans. But, Coach Mike, you and I were cool, calm, glasses of water up here, quickly recognizing that was outside the net.
Yeah, Henderson, took a shot, took a gamble, but it definitely was on the wrong side of the net. And now we get a Cal timeout.
Well, I think Coach Webster got the timeout he was looking for.
Yeah.
All right, so Coach Mike, here we are. We're in the fourth quarter. 3:51 left to go in the game. Cal with a 1-goal lead. A 2-goal lead here, based on what we've seen so far, could be a backbreaker if you're Cal Poly Mustangs.
Absolutely. We touched on that early on. But, this is a topsy-turvy game. Things can happen in literally 7 seconds, right? We've seen it before. Fast break, boom, 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 transition goal. In this case, we're coming out of a settled timeout. They're definitely going to have a game plan on what they're going to do in the next 2 minutes.
All right, so if you had to guess, we've done a little bit of soothsaying here in the booth. Whose stick is it going to get into? I put you on the spot right
now.
No,
I know. I want to say go Clay for the Mustangs. I mean, if you're Cal, you're. It's such an amazing. We have seen Pistotnik dominate last Friday night, and today's just been frustrating.
You think he's due?
It should be. I mean, he's taking enough shots.
Because we're talking about the WCLL Offensive Player of the Year.
Correct.
First team all WCLL, WCC. Not sure they have a lacrosse program there.
Not yet.
No, but maybe someday.
Yeah, but no, I think you're right. This is a surprise to I think anybody who's watching this game who knows this kid. He's very legit. But the Mustangs have done a good job of bottling him up. Yeah. So now, you break this down into, call it 4 minutes, 2 2-minute blocks. What are you going to do in each of those 2-minute blocks? That's what I would be talking to my team about. We got to do this, and then we got to do that.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm looking at head referee Paul Kunsel standing around like the Statue of Liberty over there, waving that ball, trying to find someone who will take it. You're definitely controlling the tempo of this game. And finally, Nate DeGroat comes over, the junior, Ambler, Pennsylvania. Hopefully
he's a fan of the scrapple.
I'm sure he is. If anybody can truly be a fan of the scrapple.
Oh, yeah.
There is some big contact at Cook.
Yeah.
Works it back over to DeGroat. And I'm going to wager the refs are probably going to throw those whistles away right now. They're going to let these boys play.
Yeah.
Well, clearly DeGroat had something to do with the plans.
There it is.
Wow. That is Guy Lombardo, number 7, out of Laguna Niguel, California, with a slick feed from Nate DeGroat.
Just a little over-aggressive by the Mustangs. They were clearly looking for some kind of a takeaway. A lot of body contact. They get. The one-handed, fundamentally unsound check, and that's all. And then the lackadaisical recovery.
And that right there is that 2-goal lead we were talking about with 3:24 left to play in the fourth quarter of this championship WCLL lacrosse game. It is California 6, and Cal Poly 4. With 3:24 right, and there's probably no bigger face-off right now than this one.
Exactly. Brown needs to come up big right here.
And look at that. You got the direction he wanted. It's just the scoop wasn't there. But look at that. Look at them go.
Oh.
Boy, you talk about scrap. Brown is out there working like an animal.
And there we go.
Comes up with
Got to start pushing some transition here. This settle is not working.
All right, Ben Smith collects the ball.
Yeah.
Now Cal Poly, and now the chess game begins.
Exactly. So Bobby, great timely timeout. I wasn't sure about the last sequence there where I thought there was a timeout called. Clearly the refs, Cal had possession, so the refs said, no, you can't do that.
Well, I tell you, Mike, it's fun to call a game like this. The semifinal games were, let's be frank, over early.
Don't call me Shirley.
Damn it. I walk into that one every time. So having a game like this is pretty fun. It's pretty exciting stuff.
Oh, this is great. This is it's been a kick in the pants for us this whole weekend. This has absolutely lived up to the the hype, if you will.
Yep. When these two teams met the first go-around, it was a 1-goal differential between the two of them. Now we've got a 2-goal differential right now, which would seem like a yawning chasm between these two teams. But you know what? Cal Poly's got the ball. They got a heck of a coach in Coach Bobby D. And I'm assuming he's drawing up exactly what he wants because, good coaches have plays for this exact moment.
Oh, for sure. They're going to take all their personnel. Don't be surprised if you see Go Clay kind of quarterback in this situation.
You go the old Statue of Liberty play they'll go with here, something tricky?
Yeah, I'd love to see it, but I'd love to see just Ben Burkhouse just put a nice laser beam in cage.
Go the old hidden ball trick? You're going to do the old hidden ball?
Oh, that's a good one, Dave.
I know. Well, when you're coaching U9s, you love the turtle play where you surround the ball. I don't think we're going to see that, though.
I think that was the WNL Generals, Washington Lee Generals, did that against North Carolina.
All right, Doug Goslin starts with the ball, but moves it up top over there to number 22, Burkow.
Yeah, Burkow's looking to get into a shooter's position here.
Yeah, he's got his body open to the ball. He's going to take a good hard look at it. But that Cal defense, again, threads the needle through those passes.
Oh, birthday boy comes up big.
Birthday boy indeed. Wow. Big save right there for Nick Beattie.
And they're going to take their time on this clear.
Are you surprised that they got rid of that ball so early? They didn't try to work it around a little bit more?
No, well, it looks definitely like they're trying to take their shots from up top, but
what?
Well, that's an interesting leading with your shoulder, but I guess that's okay.
Generally speaking, Dylan Lee would get called on that in most other situations.
Well, coming up at the 2-minute mark here.
Didn't see any head contact, and look out. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a pretty smart timeout right there by Ned Webster. I think he saw his midfielder getting into, or his attackman getting in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, you want to keep your head in this situation. There's no reason to get a turnover or worse, a penalty. We haven't seen one yet.
No, and we are. And with 2:12 left in the game, I'm beginning to think it's unlikely they will. It'd be unlike an official to throw a flag at a championship 2-goal game with so much at stake. They don't want to be part of the solution. Let me try that again. They don't want to be the problem. They just want to be the solution. I think the solution right now, Coach Mike, is swallow the whistle.
Yeah, I'll just give an example up in Calgary in the gold medal game. It's getting chippy. We're clearly playing the Canadians tough and surprisingly hanging in there. And I say to the ref as I'm going out to treat one of my 5 guys that got blown up in that game, it's getting a little chippy out of it. He goes, oh, yeah, Coach, it's the 3rd period, And that just basically, they're not going to call anything.
No.
They're not going to actually insert themselves into this game anymore.
Well, and as a purist, you have to appreciate that. Yeah. I know you have a long history of antagonism with referees.
Correct,
but
yeah.
I think you have to respect what this crew has done today.
Oh, absolutely. Outstanding work, but they're still not going to get a Christmas card from me.
No, I'm not sure that's ever going to be. I think that's the 4th sign of the apocalypse.
Probably.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see what Bobby D's got up.
Well,
he's going to try.
He put his number one
defenseman
inbound,
but let's see what Bobby D's got in his pocket for a takeaway here.
He's got his number 1 defenseman, Jack Tunney, right on him, and that's exactly the way I know you would have drawn it up as well.
Well, you have to. Yeah, here we go.
I got 2 long poles, one right out of the cage.
Goalie out of the cage now. We're going to, in essence, is a 10-man ride.
Going to put him in the corner.
They're looking for the takeaway.
Somehow, number 10, Dylan Lee, is able to escape trouble. And now it is starting to get desperate for Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
Uh-oh.
Desperately.
Andrew Raza with a timely.
Desperately tried to, I think that was Pistotnik behind the net there, desperately tried to keep his balance. He was T-toeing the line like that guy who walked between the Twin Towers that time.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy. And I think that's going to be they're giving it to Cal.
Well, isn't that interesting?
They're giving it to Cal Poly. I did not see that coming. All right, so Cal Poly able to force the turnover.
It's got to happen now. Let's see what Coakley can do here.
That's who they want the ball.
Someone's going to initiate.
I have to watch the ward now. They're very anxious to get to that net and protect that stick at the same time. Cal crowd desperately exhorting their defense on. Oh boy, a high one. Go Clay. Can of corn right into the goalie Beatty's stick. That was not the shot he was looking for right there.
Birthday boy, liking it. He'll take those all day long.
Cook is going to push that ball up to Pistotnik, who I would be surprised if he tries to not go behind. For some reason, gives the ball up right into the middle of the field. not fundamentally sound.
No. Here we go.
Goslin.
Under a minute.
34 seconds left to go. Cal Poly really needs to put the biscuit in the basket quickly. Go Clay.
Oh,
tries a wind
nice
one
shot.
up,
It was definitely goalie did not see it until it was right on him.
Beatty
Using
right there.
Mayer there to screen.
22 seconds left in the game. Okay.
And DeBreo uses his last timeout.
So I would say that the situation is officially desperate for Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. With 22 seconds left on the clock in this game and down by 2, Cal leading 6-4 right now. You've got to come up with 2 quick goals right here. So I guess what you're hoping to do here is use about 7-8 seconds to try to pop in one in quickly, and then hope to heck you win the ensuing face-off and get one driving right down the field.
Yeah, and I mean the odds are tough, but Bobby's got he's been doing this a long time, so don't be surprised if they get a quick one here. But then it goes back to that whole face-off battle that we've seen all day long. It's been pretty even.
If you're Ned Webster, your defense has been pretty suffocating to this point. Are you going to try anything? Did you make any specific recommendations right before this whistle blows, or you just play the game that got you here?
No, I just say, guys, heads up. Let's if they get one, it is what it is. But we got to clearly get possession.
Very fatalistic of you.
You like that?
If it is what it is, really, the karma is just going to be
what it is. What it is.
Well,
Cal fans on their feet.
While the fates may have decided the outcome of this game, we are still in the dark. It's sure looking good for Cal right now, though, up 6-4 with 22 seconds left in the game. But Cal Poly has had their backs against the wall earlier in this season. It's going to see if they can work some magic here at the end, towards the end of this WCLL matchup to crown a champion in the next 22 seconds. Go Clay behind. The shifty attackman goes around to the right side of the net, turns back, and shoots, and Beatty's right there.
Beatty.
This has been the case throughout the game. When we have a quick offside, we're going to have an offsides here. But Cal comes up with the ball, and down the field they go. Oh, quick turnover by Cal Poly,
yeah,
but with 2 seconds
be
left,
tough.
I think the game is over.
And there you have it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, with a final score of University of California Golden Bears 6, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo Mustangs 4. That means that your Cal Golden Bears are the 2018 WCLL Division I champions. Mike, thoughts on the game?
I mean, it was amazing. We talked about it early. It was going to be a grind. We hinted that maybe a 2-goal lead might be the backbreaker. It was. Both teams, credit to both. They played great. A little sloppy in the first half. It got better in the second. But Cal prevailed. Cal Poly maybe sniffing around for an at-large bid.
Yeah, so let's talk about it a little bit. So what's next for these two teams? There's, Cal is obviously they've won the division. They're going to get a bid to go, or they've got a spot booked now for Salt Lake City to compete in the MCLA championships.
Correct.
Weekend. For Cal Poly, the future is a little less certain.
Yeah, they've got a lot of injuries. I mean, their season is not in essence over. They would have a chance based on strength of schedule and goal differentials to maybe squeak in there, but they had a couple early losses that pushed them down the ladder on that top 25. So we'll see. But hey, great lacrosse to see up here in the WCLL. They're producing really, really high level.
Yeah. So let's go back to the present for a minute. We just saw 60 minutes of some back and forth lacrosse. Who did you see today that really stood out to you other than Andrews Chang?
Andrews Chang. I hope to gosh that we see him in Salt Lake, because that kid is a playmaker. I loved seeing Cook. He had a great Friday night, and he certainly was a motivator here with 2 goals early in the first quarter. But you saw some guys that we hadn't really thought about: McDonough, Dixon, Lopez, all contributing. So it's anybody's game. It's who can put it in the basket. And from there, hello, Salt Lake.
Yeah. Well, an exciting game any way you slice it. It may have not been always pretty at times. But one thing I can always say is, Mike Lantier, you look awfully pretty in the booth, and it is an absolute joy and a pleasure to complete this very first WCLL championship weekend calling the game with you. It was great fun. And I think I hope we have the opportunity to do it again. And for those of you who are agents out there with media representatives, Coach Mike and I would love to entertain offers. We can be bought for beer. It's happened in the past, and undoubtedly would be happening.
It'll happen right now.
But for the two of us, I'm Dave Almy. I'm joined by
Mike Lantier,
and it has been a pleasure being able to do the play-by-play for this WCLL championship. Okay, many congratulations to the University of California Golden Bears men's lacrosse team, your 2018 WCLL Division I champions. And for Mike Lantier, I'm Dave Almy. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you maybe next spring for more Western Collegiate Lacrosse League lacrosse action.
Here, here.